Okay, Lee Johnson back here at NMMI Ballpark in Roswell, New Mexico for Game 4. The last game of the 4-game set between the Amarillo College Badgers and the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos. Broncos picking up 2 wins on Friday in that doubleheader, both 10-run rule games. And game number 3 on Saturday, first game of today's doubleheader, Broncos losing 14-1 via the 10-run rule. Hopefully the Broncos find a way to bounce back. Each team looking for the series win, 2 out winning 3 of 4 possibly. Actually, Amarillo College looking for the split. I said that wrong. Broncos picked up the first 2 wins. Amarillo College, the first win today. And we're about ready to play. Aiden Zacharias, starting pitcher for the Broncos, comes in with a 3-3 record with a 10.97 ERA.
And behind the plate, number 29, Benicio Diaz. First up for the Badgers will be their left.
Catching will be
Christopher Benavides.
Number 29 for the Broncos, Benicio Diaz. I'll set the defense in just a little bit. Up for the Badgers to lead off, left fielder Christopher Benavides. And the pitch. Fly ball to deep right center field. That ball has left the yard. That was, I'm going to say that's wind aided, but he hit it well. Deepest part of the ballpark, one of the deepest parts, right center field for Benavides. Lead off. Home run. 1 pitch, 1 run for the Badgers.
Next is the plate, number 32, Sidney Ward.
Next hitter will be the right fielder, number 32, Sidney Ward for the Badgers. Curveball by Zacharias. Called a ball. Fastball on the inside corner brings the count to 1-1. Zacharias, a righty. Next pitch, drills. Sidney Ward. He's a big kid, so he gets down to first base on the hit by pitch.
Next is the plate, number 15, David DeHoyos.
So with no outs, runner on first brings up the number 3 hitter, third baseman David DeHoyos. He's wearing number 15. Zacharias out of the stretch in the pitch, fastball high. Defense around the infield for the Broncos, Daniel Lizarraga at third, Jun Yuk Kwan at shortstop, Ryun Han at second, and Seojun Oh at first base. Benicio Diaz, the catcher. Second pitch by Zacharias. Ball 2. In the outfield, Bernie Sakaris in left field, Adonis Bernal in center, and Junho Sun in right field for the Broncos. And the pitch by Zacharias stays up, runs the count to 3-0. Zacharias looking to come back. He's down in the count, 3-0. And the pitch, fastball, chest high. Swinging through the pitch was DeHoyos. He had the green light, 3-0. Zacharias comes set, and the pitch. Curveball stays on the inside corner for called strike 2. Zacharias has battled back to bring the count to 3-2 on David DeHoyas, third baseman for the Badgers. Here's the pitch, runner off on the pitch. That was a hit and run. Fouled out of play to the right side by DeHoyas. On deck for the Badgers is designated hitter Grant Watkins, big left-handed kid. As we talked about earlier in the game 3, Badgers have some big kids, tall kids, 6'3", 6'4" guys. Zacharias with the pitch. DeHoyas fouls it off to the right side again, out of play. DeHoyas battling at the plate. Zacharias looking for something good to happen on this next pitch. And he delivers. Curveball just off the plate for ball 4. Badgers have runners up first and second.
Plate number 17, Grant Watkins.
With the DH, designated hitter Grant Watkins coming up. He hits from the left side wearing number 17. Zacharias toes the rubber, gets the signal, looks once at second, to the plate. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Sidney Ward at second. David DeHoyas at first for the Badgers. Benavides led off with a solo home run to lead the game off. First pitch of the game. Zacharias with the pitch. Stays inside for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. Badgers looking to even the 4-game setup by trying to sweep today the doubleheader over the Broncos. Broncos trying to get the series win. Fastball right up the middle to the shortstop. Junyuk Kwan, one hopper, he steps on the bag and throws to first base to complete the double play. So it's a 6 unassisted to 3 double play, for the second out.
Next at the plate, number 9, Peyton Bush.
Moves Sidney Ward from second to third, so with 2 outs, brings up the second baseman, Peyton Bush. He hits from the right side. Zacharias with the pitch, fastball fouled away and back to the right side. The Badgers had 14 hits last game, or actually scored 14 runs on, I believe, 11 hits. Here's the pitch by Zacharias, drills Bush in the thigh. I think he's taking a beating today. I think he slid in the first inning of the first game today and kind of came up a little gimpy. That was a good fastball, but hit him in the meat of the thigh. As he limps to first base, he's going to put on his oven mitt, which is a sliding glove.
Next at the plate, number 11, Gerardo Prado.
Brings up the center fielder, Gerardo Prado. He's wearing number 11. Runners at first and third with 2 outs for the Badgers of Amarillo College. Zacharias to the plate. Curveball stays away for ball 1. I don't know how well Bush can move after getting drilled in the thigh. He's got some big thighs, so he kind of looks like a running back to me if he played football. He's got the flowing red hair under his helmet. Fastball right down the middle by Zacharias to even the count at 1-1. As I said, Zacharias comes into the game with a 3-3 record, a 10.97 ERA, and 21.1 innings pitched. Pitched, another curveball. He's got a sharp breaking ball. Ahead in the count, 1-2. To Prado. the Badger center fielder. He's a big kid. Says he's 6'4", 200 pounds. And the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Quan, it bounces off his glove for the error. He was going deep in the hole. That ball had a lot of overspin on it, and it came up. He tried to glove it, hit off his glove onto the outfield apron behind third base.
Next at the plate, number 7, Jackson Smith.
Scoring Sidney Ward on the play. Badgers up 2-0. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Bringing up first baseman Jackson Smith. He wears number 7. He's only 6'1", 185. He's a little guy out there for the Badgers. Bush is pretty short. Bush is shorter, but he's put together. He's been in the weight room some. Zacharias down in the count 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball stays up. 2-0 on Smith. There are 2 outs in the inning. Zacharias looks at second. And the pitch. Fastball stays away. Runs the count to 3-0 on Smith. We'll see if he has the green light on 3-0. Badgers are really swinging a hot bat right now. And the pitch. Fastball away. Walks on 4 straight to load the bases with 2 outs. Bringing up the catcher, Lawson Peel.
Next at the plate, number 23, Lawson Peel.
He wears number 23. He's also, he's a giant kid. He's 6'2", 202. He's out of Lubbock, Texas. I want to say Friendship High School. That's in Wolford, Texas. I've been to Lubbock several times from Artesia, so I know you get to Wolford or Friendship first. It's Wolford, but the high school is Friendship High School. They always have good sports programs there. Pitching coach for the Broncos made a mound visit to Zacharias, trying to settle him down. Probably he's been in some high-stress stuff already in the first inning. Trying to limit the Badgers to just 2 runs. They have the bases loaded. A golden opportunity to put up have a extra big inning right here with Peel, the catcher, up. Fastball. Stays in for ball 1. Zacharias has good stuff. He's just missing. And the previous game, walks killed the Broncos early in the game. Another fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Peel digs in. Zacharias comes set. And the pitch. Looked like something off speed. It stayed outside and low. Runs the count to 2-1. He probably really doesn't want to go 3 balls on the hitter. And the pitch by Zacharias. Fastball jammed him, got under his hands. And the pitcher Zacharias flips to first for the 3rd out of the inning. Good job just limiting the Badgers to 2 runs. So the Badgers in their top of the first inning get 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base. With the Broncos coming to hit in the bottom of the first, Badgers 2, Broncos coming up. We'll be right back. And we're back. Lee Johnson here at New Mexico Military Institute Ballpark. Second game of the day. It is game number 4 of the 4-game set between the NMMI Broncos and the Amarillo College Badgers. Badgers took game 3 this
behind the plate number 23, Lawson Field.
first game of the afternoon, 14-1 on the 10-run rule. And up for the Broncos is the left fielder, Bernie Sakaris. First pitch from Colton Klemke, the Badger pitcher. It's ball 1. Sakaris hitting from the left side. Klemke with the pitch, fastball right down the middle, even the count at 1-1. Klemke comes into the game with a 2-1 record, an .887 earned run average. Next pitch stays inside, 2-1. He's pitched 23.1 innings for the Badgers. Badgers got 2 in their half of the first. Fastball stays down. Runs the count to 3-1. Sakaris looking to get on base. Fastball stays in. Leadoff walk. Good start for the Broncos. Coming up next for the Broncos is the right fielder, number 10, Jun-Ho Sun. Sun hits from the left side. Klemke, a big, tall righty. Let me see how big this guy is. I've got the, number 4, Colton Klemke. He says only 6'4", 205. He's out of Lubbock Cooper, which is a little community outside of Lubbock. They have good programs. Second pitch to Sun. Fly ball. Gonna be trouble. Left center field, or left field. The left fielder had a long, long run. The wind held that up. And Jun-Ho Sun ends up with a fly ball single. Broncos are in business. Runners at first and second with the center fielder, Adonis Bernal, coming up. He wears number 20. Klemke out of the stretch. Made a good pitch on Sun, but it didn't work out well. Curveball in the dirt, goes to the backstop. Runners move up to second and third. The catcher really didn't try to block that with his body. He tried to backhand it, and it just climbed his arm all the way past him to the backstop. Klemke has a lot of spin on that slider, and I believe it was a slider. It's a really, really hard curveball. Bernal trying to even the score up. Fastball stays in right under his chin. He doesn't back away an inch. He's up in the count, 2-0. Infielders are deep, going to concede the run on a ground ball. Fastball away. I'm not sure that was a strike, but Bernal offered at the pitch and missed, bringing the count to 2-1. Klemke still working out of the stretch with runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Fastball in. Bernal swings, foul tips it. Klemke has climbed back into the count at 2-2. Outfielders fairly deep. Center fielder shading Bernal to right center. Bernal gets drilled right in the, I'm going to say in the left hip. That one's smarted because Klemke throws hard. We don't know what the velocity of the pitchers are. They don't have the velocity shown on the scoreboard. They do have guys in the stands with radar guns, but my eyes aren't good enough to see what's showing up. We have a mound visit by the pitching coach for the Badgers, trying to settle Klimke down. There are still no outs for the Broncos. They have a chance to put up a big number right here to climb back into this game. Infielders for the Badgers around the infield. David DeHoyes at third. Jan Avila at short. Peyton Bush at second. Jackson Smith at first base. Lawson Peel behind the plate. And coming to the plate for the Broncos, left-handed first baseman Seojun Oh. Fastball by Klimke stays in. Oh has a chance to do some damage right here. He's trying to get the ball out of the infield for sure. They have a shift on him. Shortstop, not quite behind second base. He throws a BP fastball that's fouled off to the left side. Evens the count at 1-1. That could have been a changeup. I call it a BP fastball sometimes. Klimke comes set. And the pitch. Fastball away. Oh, the first baseman hitting from the left side. He's wearing number 17. First baseman for the Badgers is up in front of the bag, so he's coming home on a ground ball. Fastball beat into the dirt. Off to the right side. Evens count at 2-2. The other three infielders playing back, looking for a double play. Colton Klimke on the mound for the Badgers. Seojun Oh, left-handed hitter for the Broncos. And the pitch. It's a bouncing ball. Big hop over the first baseman for a base hit. That's going to score 2 runs and tie this game. Runner at first. Goes from first to third on the Oh single. Runner trying to come home. Here's the play at the plate. And the tag, it looked like, ended up on his calf, and the umpire calls him out. I thought his hand got in there. It looked like his belt buckle slid across the plate before the tag was applied. But umpire called him out. The game is tied at 2-2, 2-2. Oh, goes to second base on the play. That was the first out of the inning for the Badgers.
Number 6, Daniel Lizarraga.
Brings up to the plate with the runner at second, Daniel Lizarraga. He wears number 6 for the Broncos. Klimke comes to the plate. Fastball. Yank foul down in the foul territory down the third base line. Coach Cook just watched that one go by. He wasn't going to have any part of it. He's concentrating on helping that runner at second base in O. Klimke with the pitch. Fastball gets underneath the catcher. Lawson Peel. It looked like he got crossed up, but I don't think he did. It just went through the wickets right there. Allows O to go from second to third on the, I'm going to call it a wild pitch. It did hit in the turf, but it wasn't a good attempt by Lawson Peel, the catcher, to block that. He tried to glove it again. We've seen one when he tried to backhand a breaking ball that got back to the back of the backstop. One out. Lizarraga swings through the pitch. Oh, I'm going to call that not good base running because he should have scored on that for the go-ahead run. The ball got away from the catcher and bounced all the way to the backstop on the Nimmy dugout side of the backstop, and was walking back to third base. He finally looked at the ball, but it was too late. Klemke with the pitch. Fastball in. Got under his hands for the strikeout. That was a really good pitch by Klemke on Lizarraga. Got in under his hands for the second out of the inning.
Number 7, Ryan Hahn.
Brings up the second baseman, number 7, Ryan Hahn. He's left-handed hitter also. He's going to have a 2-out hit right here for the Broncos to go ahead. Good fastball. Klemke looked like he got a little energized for some reason. He's got good stuff. Ahead in the count 0-1, and the next pitch. Fastball stays down. O's got to be on his toes. There's been a couple of pass balls. The pitcher just balked. The base umpire called the balk. Said he did not. You have to come set for it's in the rules, it's called a discernible pause, whatever that is. And that means his hands were still moving, so the umpire called it a balk, balked in the run from third. So got let off the hook by not scoring on the pass ball. Broncos ahead 3-2. That pitch in the dirt by Klemke. Count 2-1 to Hahn. Fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Hahn didn't like that call. And the pitch. Curveball stays up. I'm going to say that's a slider from now on. Klemke comes set. 3-2. Fastball away. Walks. Ryan Hahn, the second baseman. Up next, number 19, shortstop, Junghyuk Kwon
That brings to the
for the Broncos.
19, Junghyuk Kwon.
He hits from the right side. Broncos with a runner at first. Klemke comes set with the pitch. Drills him. That one hurt him. I'm trying to see. He's holding something. I don't know if that hit him in the arm or the ribs. I'm going to say the ribs. And there's, even on my ribs, I'm heavy set, and that would hurt. I've got some meat on my ribs, but he doesn't have any meat on his ribs. Hit him in the back. Probably knocked the wind out of him a little bit. He takes his protective gear off. He didn't have any protective gear on that one.
Show him what for, Benny.
So he shakes it off, makes his way down to first base.
Late number 29, Benicio Diaz.
And bringing up with 2 outs, the catcher, number 29, Benicio Diaz. Runners at first and second for the Broncos. In the bottom of the first inning, wind is still blowing a gale. And the pitch. Line drive. It's gonna split the outfielders. Not quite to right center. That's gonna score a run. So Diaz delivers a 2-out single. Plating another Bronco. So the Broncos have hung a 4 spot so far on the Badgers. We're going to have a pitching change. When we come back, runners are going to be at first and third for the Broncos with MJ Kim coming up. We'll be right back. And we're back at New Mexico Military Institute Ballpark. After the pitching change,
Badgers is number 31, Bryce Gilchrist.
we have a new pitcher, number 31, Bryce Gilchrist. Comes in with no record and a 5.40 ERA in 20 innings pitched. He's struck out 14 and has walked 14 in those 20 innings.
At the plate for NMMI, number 9, MJ Kim.
MJ Kim up for the Broncos. Runners at first and second, and the pitch by Gilchrist. Strike. So the Badgers keep running out pitchers, and they keep getting bigger. This guy's 6'3", 240. Kim, long fly ball. Wind's going to hold it up to left field for the F7 put out. But the Broncos have a good inning, putting up 4 runs. They get 4 runs on 3 hits, no Badger errors, and 2 Broncos left on base. At the end of 1 complete, Broncos 4, Badgers 2, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back at NMMI Ballpark, Roswell, New Mexico. Game 4 of the 4-game set between the NMMI Broncos and the Amarillo College Badgers. I'm an animal guy. I like badgers. They're a tenacious animal. Let me tell you.
For the Badgers, their 5-spot hitter, number 9, Peyton Bush.
A Badger would just as soon gnaw your fingers off as eat a raw steak. Zachariah still on the mound for the Broncos. And the pitch. Fastball up. The hitter is a shortstop, Jan Avila. This is his first at-bat. Top of the 2nd inning. Zacharias drills him right between the shoulder blades with a hanging curveball. Leadoff walk. Leadoff walks have hurt the Broncos today.
Back to the top of the order, and number 3, Christopher Benavides.
Brings up the top of the order. The first time Christopher Benavides was up, the shortstop, or the left fielder, I mean, first pitch he saw, he hit a long home run to right center field. Benavides is 1 for 1. He saw a first pitch fastball that he drilled to right center for a leadoff home run. We're going to have a pitching change for the Broncos. Zacharias threw 31 pitches, gave up 2 runs. He only gave up 2 hits. No. How many hits did he give up? Let's see. He only gave up 1 hit on the solo shot. One of the other runs was, I want to say, unearned.
New pitcher for the Broncos will be number 31, Yuki Shigeyasu.
And we're back with the pitching change for the Broncos. We have a new pitcher, number 31, Yuki Shigeyasu. He's a sophomore righty, 5'10", 175. He's out of Joby. He's out of Chiba, Japan. International player, one of many international players for the Broncos. They have several kids from Korea, this young man from Japan. They have a couple from the Dominican Republic, one from Panama, Central America, several from Mexico. Yuki has pitched 29.2 innings. His record is 0-1. He has 2 saves though. He's tied for the team lead in saves with 2, and his ERA is 7.89. He has a WHIP of 1.89. WHIP is how many runners the pitcher allows via hit or walk per inning. So anything under 2 is pretty good WHIP. Shigeyasu to the plate. Fastball away.
Come on, Yuki. Go, Yuki. You're good. You're good.
Pitch. Good slider by Yuki. I'm going to mess his name up. Shigeyasu. His first name is Yuki. And the pitch. Fastball. Hit pretty hard to left field. Sakaris has a beat on it. The wind held it up again. Fairly deep into the wind. For out. Number 1.
Next at the plate, number 32, Sydney Ward.
Benavides flies out to left field, brings up number 32, the right fielder, Sydney Ward. Sydney's not had an official at-bat. He was hit by a pitch, first inning. Shigeyasu with the pitch. He's got a nasty little slide. I'm going to call it a slider. I think in the major leagues now they're calling it a sweeper. Has a big break. It's a kind of a hybrid between a curveball and a fastball. Ward pops it up. Nobody can find the ball. The catcher makes a play for it. Never could find the baseball. And with the wind blowing, it ends up to the first base side in foul territory, right next to the retaining wall. Backstop. Benicio Diaz gave it a good effort, but the ball landed in front of him. He slid to try to protect himself, sliding into that wall. Ward up. It's 1-1. Runner on first. Shigeyasu with the pitch. Ward, fly ball to the center fielder. I believe he's got a beat on it. I thought he didn't. I thought he didn't see it at first, but the ball started about 25 feet to his right. He has not moved yet, and he still hadn't moved, and he caught the ball right where he started. So he played it really well with that wind blowing for the second out of the inning. Brings up the third baseman, David DeHoyas. DeHoyas has walked his first time up, so he's been on base his first time. Shigeyasu on the mound. Pretty close play. That tag hit the runner right on the hip. That was a lot closer play than what it looked like. You don't always have to tag the hand to get that guy out at first. If you can tag that hit before the hand hits first base. Pitch by Shigeyasu stays in. Ball one. So David DeHoy is the third baseman. He's from San Antonio, Smithson Valley. He hits a long fly ball to left center field. Sakaris retreats back, lets the wind help him out, makes a routine catch for the third out of the inning. So for the Badgers, they get no runs on no hits, no errors, one runner left on base. With the Broncos coming up in their half of the second, Broncos lead 4-2 over the Badgers, and we'll be right back. And we're back at NMMI Ballpark. With the Broncos coming up to bat.
First up for NMMI, number 1, Bernie Sakaris.
The leadoff hitter, Bernie Sakaris. He's from Hobbs, New Mexico via Cuba. He played his high school baseball at Hobbs High School. And in high school, he was Bernie Sakaris. He had a hyphenated, he still carries it, Puig, P-U-I-G. Very good player. Hits from the left side. Down in the count, 0-2. Klemke throwing hard, finding the strike zone a little bit better to start off with. Sakaris walked. Okay. Klemke's not in there. 5 minutes has passed since I've done this. The pitcher is a big righty named Bryce Gilchrist. He relieved in the first. Giant guy, 6'3", 240. He can play tight end for most D1 schools. Drill Sakaris in the hip. Sakaris, he doesn't have a lot of body fat. That one stung. He's probably about got body fat of about 4.5%. So the Broncos in business. Runner on first. It doesn't matter what level. That leadoff walk is a big deal in baseball, from Little League on up to Major League Baseball. I think Jeff Gunn said on leadoff walks, the scoring percentage is, I think it's somewhere around 75% maybe that guy will score. So right fielder up, number 10, Junho Sun, hits from the left side. Down in the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch by Gilchrist. It's a fly ball to left center. Ward coming in. That ends up in shallow right center field. I said left center, right center field. Ward has been busy. I believe
Base is complete. Number 20, Adonis
he had
Bernal.
several putouts. He played right field in game 3, the first game today. He probably had 6 or 7 putouts in right field, and he just got another one for the first out. Brings up center fielder Adonis Bernal. Gilchrist fires over to first base, keeping Bernie Sakatis close. Bernie has very good speed. Pitch by Gilchrist. Looked like a slider, stayed up. But Adonis Bernal, center fielder, swung through it for strike 1. Pick attempt over again by Gilchrist to the first baseman. They think Puig may try to take second at some point. Oh, Puig just takes off. Gilchrist steps off and throws it to the second baseman, Bush. Puts the tag on Sakaris. That was poor base running by Bernie. You know, he was trying to time his jump and he just took off. So Bernal, next pitch, flies out to center field for the third out. That was a error. That was a running error for sure on Bernie Sakaris. Broncos get no runs on no hits, no error, no Badger errors, no one left on base. At the end of 2, Broncos 4, Badgers 3, and we'll be right back. And Lee Johnson. I'm doing play-by-play, color/color guy. Jeff Gunn needed to take this. Jeff's really busy, but so coming up for the Badgers in the top of the 3rd. I believe this game's going to go 9 innings.
At the plate, number 15, David De Hoyos.
Brings up the this is the designated hitter, number 17, Grant Watkins. Hits from the left side. Yuki Shigeyasu for the Broncos on the mound. The pitch. Fastball drilled into 3-4 hole.
No harm.
For a single. He barreled that ball up. Badgers with the leadoff runner on. Brings up.
Takes at the plate, number 9, Peyton Bush.
Second baseman, number 9, Peyton Bush. He got drilled his first time up, right in the thigh. By Zacharias. Slider by Shigeyasu for a strike. Here's the pitch by Yuki. Another slider. Ground ball to the third baseman. Fires to second base. Turn to first by the second baseman. 5-4-3 double play by the Broncos. Pitcher's best friend. That's a quick 2 outs. Beautiful feed by Daniel Lizarraga to the second baseman, Ryun Han.
Next at the plate, number 11, Gerardo Prado.
Because Bush is not a slow kid. He might be slower after he got drilled in the first inning, which probably helped. Beautiful double play, well executed. Fastball by Shigeyasu. Ball away. Gerardo Prado up. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error. Prado playing center field, wearing number 11. He hits from the right side. The pitch by Shigeyasu. Strike 1. Runs the count to 2-1. On Prado. Jackson Smith on deck for the Badgers. Wind up by Shigeyasu. Fastball. Good pitch. Outside corner. Fouled back. Prado didn't have enough bat for that pitch. He ran out of bat. Just foul tipped it. Here's a pitch by Shigeyasu. Curveball. Prado did a outstanding job of fouling that slider off. That was a good pitch by Shigeyasu. He's got a sharp breaking ball. Really, it's a sharp breaking ball. It's more horizontal than a vertical break. Same pitch, drilled down the left field line. Gonna be at least 2. Puig fires it into the shortstop. Ball gets away from the second baseman. But the first baseman, was backing up the throw, which that's what he's supposed to be doing. He doesn't have anything else to do. So that's a stand-up 2-out double by Prado, bringing up the first baseman, Jackson Smith.
Next up, number 7, Jackson Smith.
Jackson Smith playing first base, hitting from the left side. Shigeyasu with the pitch, fastball, outside corner. Strike 1. 2 outs for the Broncos in the inning. There's a slider. Ground ball single up the middle. Here comes the throw to the plate. He gets under the tag. So Jackson Smith delivers a 2-out single, scoring Prado from second base. That was a good relay throw. But just under the tag, Prado, he made a really good slide to the as far outside of the plate that area he could get, because the tag was coming from the pitcher's mound side of the infield. Bringing up catcher Lawson Pill, number 23. Shigeyasu comes set, and the pitch. Slider stays off the plate. Count goes to 2-0. Broncos still have a 1-run lead right now, trying to prevent that runner at second from scoring. Good fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Shigeyasu I think you have to keep hitters honest. Doesn't matter how hard you throw, you have to be able to throw in some. Shigeyasu, the pitch, fastball. It is ripped down the right field line, bounces away into foul territory. Lawson Pill with the stand up, 2 out, RBI double. Ties the game up. Badgers bats are still hot from game 3.
Next up, 3, Jan Avila.
Brings up the shortstop, number 8, Jan Avila. Hits from the right side. And the pitch from Shigeyasu. Looked like an inside breaking ball. He swung over the top of it. Broncos looking for the 3rd out somehow. Good slider by Shigeyasu. So he's ahead in the count, 0-2. Desperately looking for a strikeout right here. Come set. And the pitch. Another curve, we'll call it a slider, off the plate. It was too far outside for Avila to offer at. Shigeyasu comes set. Looks at second. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. Quan fires it over to first base for the 3rd out of the inning to 0. That's scoring 6-3. So the Badgers get 2 runs on 4 hits, no Bronco errors, 1 man left on base. We're all knotted up, 4-4. We'll be back in 1 minute. And we're back at New Mexico Military Institute Ballpark. Lee Johnson here on the call. Broncos hitting in the bottom of the 3rd. Right fielder, first baseman, number 17, Seo Jun-Oh. Sharp ground ball to the second baseman. He flips over to the first baseman for the 1st out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Next at the plate, number 6, Daniel Lizaraga.
Coming to the plate for the Broncos, number 6, Daniel Lizaraga. Lizaraga's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time swinging. Gilchrist, big righty. He throws out of the stretch. Some guys just feel more comfortable in the stretch. And he's probably relieved some, so he just feels comfortable there. Big righty delivers. Kind of slips on the mound. It's a 2-0 count on Lizarraga. He's looking to get a one-out rally going. He's trying to get on base for the Broncos. Gilchrist with the pitch. Fastball called strike one. That was a pitcher's pitch right there for sure. Gilchrist comes set. And the pitch. Another fastball fouled to the right side, out of play. That one's going over towards the fair, which is over at the Wool Bowl parking lot right now. There's some activity going on over there also. I think Jeff took off to go ride the Ferris wheel. Lizarraga, hard fly ball to right field. Sidney Ward has played a good right field today, no doubt. He didn't get excited on that. He drop stepped to his right, then he had to reshuffle his feet to get back to his glove side to his left, and makes an easy catch for the second out of the inning. Up for the Broncos now. Number 7, second baseman, Ryun Han. First pitch from Gilchrist, a strike. Han is a slender lefty. And the pitch from Gilchrist, fastball, fouled away off out of play to the left side. Gilchrist quickly ahead 0-2 against Han. Gilchrist comes set. Fastball catches the black on the outside corner for called strike 3. Gilchrist has a very good inning just for the Badgers in the third. So for the Broncos, no runs, no hits, no Badger errors, no one left on base. At the end of 3, we're still tied 4-4. We'll be right back. And Lee Johnson back at NMMI Ballpark. Going into the top of the fourth. Badgers coming up to bat. Leadoff hitter, left fielder Christopher Benavides. Yuki Shigeyasu on the mound for the Broncos. First pitch, sharp line drive to left field. One hopper to the left fielder, Puig. He fires it back into second. Big turn by Christopher Benavides for the leadoff single. He deposited that fastball to left field. Brings up now for the Badgers, right fielder, number 32, Sidney Ward. He's played a good right field. He's 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. Good slider. Called for a ball.
Come on, Yuki.
Shigeyasu working quick on the mound. Fires over, keeping Benavides close to first. Haven't seen the Badgers run that much today. They didn't need to in the first game. They were hitting everything. Hard ground ball in the 6-0 by Ward. Gets by the shortstop for a single. Badgers in business with 2 singles back to back. Runners at first and second for the Badgers, nobody out. Bringing up the third baseman.
Next up, number 15, David DeHoyos.
Number 15, David DeHoyos.
Come on, Yuki.
David has walked and flied out, so he's 0 for 1 today. This is his third plate appearance. Fastball, belted to center field. Adonis Bernal almost overran that baseball because he promptly stopped and had to kind of jump up and he made a good catch on the ball. That ball was tailing away from him off the right-hander's bat for the first out of the inning. All 3 balls have been hit really hard this inning. Runner from second. Benavides tagged and went to third. Ward stayed at first, so runners off first and third with the Badgers, 1 out. Shigeyasu comes set. And the pitch. Slider stays away. Grant Watkins, the designated hitter, stays on the left side. He's wearing number 17 for the Badgers. Badgers looking to do some damage right here and take the lead. Shigeyasu. Fastball. Good fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1. Shigeyasu comes set again. And the pitch. Slider. Fouled. Out of play on the right side. Evens the count at 1-1. Watkins a big kid. He's a DH. He's from the state of Washington, Richland, Washington. He's 6'1", 210. Shigeyasu, the pitch. Slider, belted for a ground ball single between the 3 and 4 hole. That's going to plate the go-ahead run. Benavides from third. There has been 4 hard-hit balls this inning, all of them. 1 for an out, the other 3 were singles.
Next up, number 9, Peyton Bush.
Brings up second baseman Peyton Bush. Peyton is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the first and grounded out his last time up. Shigeyasu with the pitch, inside fastball, call for a strike. Ward at second. Watkins at first. Curveball in the dirt. Good block by Benicio Diaz, the Bronco catcher. Shigeyasu working quickly. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Called. Strike two. Bush down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. Shigeyasu comes set. And the pitch. Fastball away. Gets by the catcher, Diaz. Both runners move up 1 base. I'm going to call that a wild pitch. Diaz, he reached as far as he could, moving his body to his right, the way the direction the pitch was going. It was a curveball and still barely got a glove on it. Bush at the plate. Singles up the middle. That's going to plate 2 runs by Bush. Bush has a 1 out, 2-run single. It gives the Badgers now a 3-run lead. They have 7, Broncos have 4.
Next up, number 11, Gerardo Prado.
Shigeyasu's getting hit. They are barreling the balls up right now. The Badgers scored 14 the previous game. Their bats are still hot. That brings up the center fielder, Gerardo Prado. He wears number 11. Prado, he's 6'4", 200. He's from San Juan, Puerto Rico. You probably got to be pretty good to play high school baseball at the Puerto Rican Baseball Academy in high school. He's a big, good-looking kid. Shigeyasu with the pitch. It's another slider, fouled to the right side, out of play. Prado is 1 for 2. He's been on twice. He reached on an error and doubled his second time up. Another pitch by Shigeyasu, fouled away. Shigeyasu heading to count 1-2. Broncos looking for a ground ball, possibly to start a double play. Looking for that out number 2. The pitch, another slider, line drive, 1 hopper to the center fielder, Bernal. Throws it to the cutoff towards third base. Shigeyasu's given up, I want to say, probably 4 singles this inning, maybe 5.
Next up, number 7, Jackson Smith.
Going to have a mound visit by the pitching coach for the Broncos. Badgers still just have 1 out in their half the inning. Runners at first and second. And waiting to step in is the first baseman, Jackson Smith. He wears number 7. Jackson, he's from Spring, Texas. There's some giant high schools in Texas. This one's named Klein Oak High School. These are suburbs of Houston. Big populations, have lots of high schools, lots of good baseball players in Texas, as in other parts of the country also. Amarillo College has kids from all over Texas and some international players also. Not all of them from Texas. Shigeyasu to the plate. He takes something off the slider. It stays way out to Jackson Smith, the first baseman. Broncos in desperate need of a ground ball right now. They've got the left-handed pull shift. Bouncing ball. Big hop to the second baseman. Ryun Han, plays it on the second hop, coming forward as fast as he could, makes a quick flip to first base for the second out, retires Jackson Smith. So with 2 outs, it's going to bring up the catcher, Lawson Peel. Lawson is 1 for 2. He grounded out his first at bat and doubled his last trip to the plate. Shigeyasu comes set, runners at second and third. Fastball stays in. Lawson Peel, he wanted to turn, he turned into that a little bit. I don't know if he was trying, I don't think he was trying to get hit, but these guys want to swing it. They're hot. Curveball. Catches the inner half for strike 1. Wind still blowing. Flags are straight on the flagpoles. Another slider. Good pitch. Peel fouls that one off to the right side, out of play. It's over in the evergreen trees down the outside retaining fence behind the dugouts. Yuki Shigeyasu, the pitcher for the Broncos, comes set. He's ahead in the count, 1-2. And the pitch. Another slider fouled off. He ran out of bat on that one, just fouled it right off the end of the bat. The Badgers have barreled up several balls this inning, hitting them very hard. Shigeyasu to the plate. Another slider, foul off. Lawson Peel's got a good at-bat going. He's fouled off a couple of tough pitches. Those being sliders, last 2 pitches. Shigeyasu comes set, working quickly. And the pitch. Fastball. Gets in on his hands, drifting out to right field, deeper than I thought it was. So Junho Sun catches that fly ball for the 3rd out of the inning. In the inning, the Badgers get 3 runs, 5 hits, no error, no Bronco errors, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 3.5, Badgers 7, Broncos 4. We'll be right back. Lee Johnson back. Sorry I was a little tardy. Junyuk Kwan on the first pitch from Gilchrist, grounded up the middle to the second baseman, Bush, who throws to first for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out by Gilchrist. Brings up the catcher, number 29, Benicio Diaz. Benicio singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Gilchrist with the curveball misses for ball 1. The pitch. Fastball, beated, big hop to the third baseman. Overthrows the first baseman. Benicio Diaz, the catcher, ends up at second base on the throwing error by the third baseman, David De Hoyos, for the Badgers. He did hurry his throw, and just it sailed well over the first baseman's head. And that's a tall guy over at first base, so he had no chance to get a glove on that. So the Broncos off to a good start with 1 out. Got a runner in scoring position at second. Brings up MJ Kim. He's a DH. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out. Diaz at second. Gilchrist on the mound. He comes to the plate. Fastball. Stays in. Broncos trying to answer with some runs of their own right here in their half of the fourth. I believe that brings the count to 2-0. And the pitch by Gilchrist, fastball right down the middle for a ball. I guess that was low.
Because I think all of us are thinking it too. It's like,
sorry, I missed that one. I'm not sure the umpire didn't miss that one, but these umpires are good umpires. Last pitch to Kim was a strike. Brings the count to 2-1. Diaz at second after a throwing error by the third baseman. De Hoyos. Kim fouls that pitch off, moves the count to 2-2. MJ trying to get a 1-out single to score the runner from second, Diaz. Gilchrist comes set. Here's the pitch. Fastball. He drills out to left field. I never saw the ball. The ball left the park over the 341 mark down the line, down the left field line, and it was foul. The umpire had a good view of it. He's looking right down the. He's looking right down the fair line or the foul line, whatever you want to call it. MJ destroyed that ball, but it was just foul. Another fastball pulled foul in front of Coach Cook in the third base box. The count remains at 2-2 on MJ Kim, the designated hitter. Gilchrist comes set. One look at second base at Diaz. Two looks and the pitch. Fastball. Two-hopper to the third base, and they've got Diaz hung up. Not a good base running move by Diaz. Another base running miscue. One earlier by Bernie Sakaris at first base, and then another one by Benicio Diaz. Coach Cook cannot be, I know he's not happy.
Next up, number 1, Bernie Sakaris.
There's 2 outs. MJ Kim at first. Sakaris, the leadoff hitter, swings through a good fastball. Bernie's been on base twice. He walked his first time and he got drilled in the hip his second time up. MJ Kim at first has a good lead. Gilchrist comes set. Good move by a big guy, Gilchrist, to first base. Trying to keep MJ Kim close. Sakara's looking to keep the inning alive. And the pitch. Fastball away. Coach Cook took a long walk kind of down the left field line after that base running mistake by Diaz. Diaz didn't run anywhere close to Coach Cook either. Coming back after he was tagged out. Because as a runner at second base, if the ball's hit in front of you, you have to stay. You have to stay at second. You can't. It's just giving an easy out to the defenses, which what happened. Kim's drawing a lot of attention at first from Gilchrist. Gilchrist comes set. Count 1-1 on Sakaris. Fastball. Outside corner. Sakaris swings through it for strike 2. That ball's just a little bit up. I think it'd still be a called strike, but that's the same pitch Bernie has swung through for both strikes at this at-bat. He's down in the count. MJ Kim draws another throw. That's 3, I believe, to first. Maybe that'll help Gilchrist throw one in the meat of the plate for Bernie. Gilchrist comes set. And the pitch. Fastball. Good job by Bernie. That was a good pitch on the outside corner, right down on the knees. He fouled that into the net. Count remains at 1-2. MJ Kim has a decent lead at first. And the pitch. Called strike 3 on Bernie Sakaris to end the inning. Gilchrist stayed away from him all three strikes in that at-bat. So for the Broncos in the 4th, they get no runs on 1 hit, 1 error by the Badgers, and 1 runner left on base. At the end of 4, the score remains 7-4 for the Amarillo College Badgers. We'll be right back. And we're back. This is Lee Johnson on the call. Hope everybody's watching on or listening on KSVP.com or KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. Broncos bring in a new pitcher, a little lefty, Julian Sullivan.
First up, number 8, Jan Avila.
Sullivan has pitched 5.1 innings, not very much. Not very many innings. He's got a 15.19 ERA. His record is 0-1. He's a short lefty. First pitch. To Juan Avila. The shortstop. Ball. Good curveball by Sullivan. Evens the count at 1-1. Avila hit my pitch and grounded out. He's been on one time. The pitch by Sullivan stays up. Gets past the catcher Diaz. Count on Jan Avila. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sullivan to the plate. Fastball. Pop to the right side. Drifting foul just in front of the Badger bullpen down the right field line. Evens the count at 2-2. Badgers hitting in their half of the 5th, top of the 5th. They lead 7-4 over the NMMI Broncos. Sullivan with the pitch, fastball. Good fastball by Sullivan, foul back by Avila.
It was Ramos and Rivera. We had 2 street pitchers yesterday. Rivera, Ramos.
Sullivan comes set. And the pitch. Curveball stays high. Evens the count at 2, or runs the count to 3-2. On Avila. Jan Avila, the shortstop, wearing number 8 for the Badgers. They're out of Amarillo College. Sullivan to the plate. Fastball stays high. Leadoff walk. There's that leadoff walk again. Badgers looking to tack on some more runs.
Back to the top of the Amarillo College order, and number 3, Christopher Benavides.
I believe this guy comes up just about every inning. He's the leadoff hitter for the Badgers, left fielder Christopher Benavides. I believe this is his 4th time up in 5 innings. He's homered. He's lined out and he's singled. He hit the first pitch he saw of the game out of the ballpark, right center field. A deep fly ball, home run. First pitch from Sullivan was ball 1. Avila at first. Sullivan to the plate. He's been up with everything. Benavides, the left fielder for the Badgers, he's up in the count.
Yes.
I believe it's 2-0. Is that right? 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, fastball, fouled. Out of the park. Just to the right side. For the first strike on Christopher Benavides. Curveball in the dirt by Sullivan. Runs the count to 3-1. So Benavides, he's 6'1", 195. He's out of Bryan, Texas. The pitch from Sullivan stays up. There's another walk. He's walked 2 in a row. Not what you want as a pitcher.
Next at the plate, number 32, Sidney Ward.
Out of your relievers, out of any pitcher. He's walked the first 2 men he's seen in the 5th with the right fielder, Sidney Ward.
Here we go. Just down. Find it. Just down.
Benavides still up with everything. That was a high fastball. I should have said Sullivan. It's Sullivan still pitching. There's a curveball, high fly ball. That's going to be infield fly rule. The first baseman, Seojun Oh, he went to try to catch it right in front of the second baseman, Han. With it being the infield fly rule, the ball doesn't have to be catched for an out to be made.
Next up, number 15, David DeHoyos.
On that, the runners advance at their own risk. But both runners stay put. That's the first out for Sullivan. Brings up the DH, or the third baseman, number 3 hole hitter, David DeHoyos. DeHoyos 0 for 1 with a walk and has a sac fly. Sullivan to the plate. Curveball, good curveball. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 on DeHoyos. David DeHoyos from San Antonio, Texas. Runners off, double steal. Throw to second base. And Diaz throws out. DeHoyos, actually that was, let me see, that was Sidney Ward at second base for the second out of the inning. A lot of times it's easier, instead of throwing the third, the runner from second has a great jump, but you can actually have a better chance of throwing the runner out at second base is what Diaz just did, threw a P to second base for the second out. Sullivan quickly ahead in the count, 1-2 to DeHoyos. He plays third. Curveball, pulled foul down the third baseline. Count remains at 1-2 on DeHoyos. He's from San Antonio, from a school called Smithson Valley. It's a 6A school in Texas. They played for one of the 6A state championships in football. That's the reason I know. The pitch from Sullivan. Was that ball 4 or did it hit him? Okay, for ball 4, I missed one pitch. So he walks DeHoyos. The count was full. He walks him for ball 4. Runners at first and third, 2 outs for the Badgers. Brings up the designated hitter, Grant Watkins. So I went to school, so here's a mound visit by Coach Cook. I'm going to tell you a little story about Smithson Valley. Their head football coach is named Larry Hill. He was at Sul Ross playing football when I went to Sul Ross. He was a quarterback. In his senior year, Sul Ross played and won the national championship, in NAIA national championship. And I can say we, because I was a Sul Ross Lobo. We had a really good team. and he was a really good quarterback. And they ran, I don't even know if they run it anymore. They ran what's called a West Coast offense, where they throw lots of short routes, backs out of the backfield on crossing routes. But we had a really good offensive coordinator, and that's kind of neat to see. You know, be a part of a NA. Then they played that in Alpine, Texas, where Sol Ross is. Played a school. It was a school from Minnesota named, it was called Concordia College. They had a really good team, but it was a good game. But so Smithson Valley, so Larry Hill is a very successful coach at Smithson Valley, where David DeHoyas is from. We got a pitching change.
For MMI will be number 8, Davian Molina.
Pitching change. Another lefty, number 8, Davian Molina. He's out of Artesia, New Mexico. He's a freshman. Taking his warm-up tosses. Davian has pitched 12.2 innings. He has one save. He has no wins, no losses. He has a 9.95 ERA. He has, let's see, 12 strikeouts on 15 walks. Davian has good stuff. He had good stuff when he was a high school player. We'll see how he does against the Badgers. He's been brought in to snuff out a 2-out rally right now.
Hello. Hello. Juego.
So Grant Watkins, big left-handed designated hitter. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Has 2 singles, grounded out his first time up. Runners on first and third for the Badgers. Good fastball. First strike by Davian Molina, the freshman out of Artesia High School. DeHoyas, the runner at first, has a giant lead. Molina delivers. Good fastball, fouled back. He's ahead in the count, 0-2 on Grant Watkins. Molina to the plate. Good curveball. Freezes Watkins for out number 3. He was not ready for that. He froze him. His knees may have buckled. So, for the Badgers, in the top of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. With the Broncos coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th, the score remains 7-4. Badgers. We'll be right back. And we're back. Lee Johnson here on the call. Davey Molina came in 3 straight strikes to strike out the designated hitter Watkins to end the first and third threat. Gilchrist still the pitcher for the Badgers. Big kid, 6'4", righty on the mound. Jun Ho Sun, the hitter. He's 1 for 2. Hard ground ball to the first baseman. It's a foot race by the pitcher, but he beats Sun to the bag. Good feed by the first baseman to the pitcher. Gilchrist. Good stop at first base by Jackson Smith to smother that hard hit ball.
Next up, number 20, Adonis Bernal.
Now brings up the center fielder, 3-hole hitter, Adonis Bernal. He's 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and flew out. Fastball, high fly ball to center field, to left field. Left fielder coming in, 2 steps to make the catch. The wind holding that ball up makes it a pretty easy play for that outfielder, that left fielder, for the second out. Gilchrist has thrown 38 pitches.
Next up, number 17, Seojun Oh.
He's done really well in his relief spot. So, up to bat is Seojun Oh, the first baseman. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. He fouls the first pitch he sees from Gilchrist. Out of play. Seojun Oh trying to get a 2-out rally going. Gilchrist comes set, still in the stretch, and the pitch. Fastball. Makes O dance a little bit in that left-handed side of the batter's box. And the pitch. It's a long fly ball out to left center. Benavides runs in. He's almost in center field when he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Broncos go down quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. At the end of 5, the score remains 7-4 in favor of the Amarillo College Badgers. We'll be right back. And we're back at the NMMI ballpark. Lee Johnson here, still on the call. Davian Molina came in relief. Saw one hitter delivered 3 strikes for a strikeout.
First up, the 5-spot hitter, number 9, Peyton Bush.
Peyton Bush the second baseman up for the Badgers. Here's Molina to the plate. Fastball, fly ball, dead center field. Adonis Bernal camps under it for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Davian Molina. He's thrown 4 pitches and recorded 2 outs.
Next up, number 11, Gerardo Prado.
That's what I like. One pitch.
And now brings up the center fielder, the 6-hole hitter, number 11, Gerardo Prado. He's 2 for 3. He's been on base 3 times. An error, a double, and a single. Molina delivers another strike. Fastball. Molina out of the stretch. And the pitch. Good curveball. Got in on his back foot. Under his hands for strike 2. Davian ahead in the count, 0-2. He's an Artesia High School, Artesia, New Mexico product. He comes set. And the pitch, fastball, eye high. Davian loses his hat. He almost gets hit on the head, bending over to pick up his hat from the catcher. Luckily, that didn't happen. I can tell you a little story about when I was scouting one of our state tournament baseball games in Kirtland Central. Fastball, 2-hopper to the shortstop. Quan makes the throw over to the first baseman. Oh, for the 6-3 putout. Davian Molina keeps on throwing strikes. There's 2 outs in the inning. He's thrown 8 pitches and recorded 3 outs.
Next up, number 7, Jackson Smith.
Brings up the first baseman, Jackson Smith, for the Badgers. Molina comes set. Good inside fastball, backs him off the plate just a little bit. That's not a bad pitch. That has a purpose. Could be setting up that breaking ball away or the fastball away. Molina, when he comes set, he kind of closes his hip. He's kind of turned away from the hitter. There's that curveball I was talking about on the outside corner. I talked a little bit earlier in the game about pitchers needing to pitch inside. Molina to the plate, fastball, drilled right up the middle, line drive. We had the left-handed hitter shift. Lines out to Quan at shortstop for the 3rd out. Molina just keeps throwing strikes. That's what the Broncos need. Maybe they can get their bats going in their half. For the Badgers, they get no runs on no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. Broncos coming up in their half of the 6th. We'll be right back. we're back at
First up for NMMI.
NMMI Ballpark. Lee Johnson here on the call. Broncos batting in their half of the 6th inning. We need their bats to come alive. Gilchrist, big righty for Amarillo College, still on the mound. He's done a wonderful job in relief for the Badgers. Daniel Lizarraga. Daniel's playing third base still. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Shortstop playing way over in the way up the semi to pull for Lizarraga. Fastball's up. This could be the Broncos' chance to make something happen this inning. This game's scheduled for 9. Gilchrist comes set and the pitch. Good slider. That was a 3-0 slider, so he's pitching, that's what we call pitching backwards, throwing breaking balls in fastball counts. So 3-1 to Lizarraga. Fastball in, gets away from the catcher. There's a leadoff walk for the Broncos. We know what happens when leadoff walks are given to a team.
Next at the plate, number 7, Ryan Hahn.
And up to the plate, number 7, Ryan Hahn. He's the second baseman. Hits from the left side for the Broncos. Lizarraga has a giant lead at first. So Gilchrist finding himself with the ball out of the zone. And the pitch. Lizarraga kind of fakes a fake steal down at first. The catcher came up, but nobody was going.
That was not a strike, man. Are you kidding me?
Counts at 1-1. Gilchrist fires over to first. Lizarraga has a good lead. So where the cutout is in front of first base or in front of the bases, the corners of the cutout are to second base. It's about 10 feet. Lizarraga is on the other side, so he's got about a 12-foot lead or so, which is a really good lead. That foul tip went straight into the home plate umpire's chest protector. It drilled him. Boy, that is one tough little man right there. The catcher needs to go out and visit with the pitcher, because the umpire would do that for the catcher if he got drilled, but it's not happening. Boy, that's smarted. But he's ready to go. Hahn at the plate. Lizarraga getting a lot of attention at first. Badgers with a 3-run lead still, 7-4. Hahn ready. And the pitch, fastball away. Evens the count at 2-2. Hahn is 0 for 1 with a walk. He's been on one time and struck out his other time up. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Good fastball in the outside corner for strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. Gilchrist has 51 pitches, all in relief. Brings up the shortstop, Jun Hook Kwan. He's 0 for 1. He's been on one time with a hit by pitch. Fastball, long fly ball to right center field. It's drifting. Center fielder makes a catch in dead right center field. That ball really drifted again. The wind is blowing hard still. Got to be 30 miles an hour, maybe 25. It's blown about from the left field pole to the right field pole, across that way, straight across the field. There's 2 outs in the inning. Runner at first. Lizarraga still at first. Brings up the catcher, Benicio Diaz. Diaz 2 for 2, 2 singles. Gilchrist with the pitch. Fastball popped up, right center. Ward, the right fielder, going back. He's under the ball, makes the catch for the 3rd out. Another good inning by Gilchrist, the Badger pitcher. After Lizarraga reaches first, the Broncos can't capitalize. They end up with no runs, no hits, no Badger errors.
Yeah.
1 man left on base at the end of 6.
The one spot up here, right?
Still 7-4. Badgers will return in 1 minute. And we're back. Davian Molina back out on the mound for his 3rd. Well, he got 1 out. He's pitched an inning in the 3rd, so really, I guess I'm going to call it his 3rd inning of work. He hadn't pitched 3 innings, but this is his 3rd inning. Good fastball right down the middle. Swung and missed by the Badger hitter. Number 23, catcher Lawson Pill, sorry. Molina misses. Brings the count to 1-1. Molina comes set, and the pitch to the plate. Good fastball. That was tailing away from the hitter. He had good life, late life on that fastball. He just got a piece of it. I stuck my hand out the window a while ago, and the wind speed felt like it was about 23 to 38 miles an hour.
Good pitch.
And about where the light poles are at Nimmie Field, it's blowing about 23, it looks like. Molina, 2-2 on the hitter. Curveball stays up, runs the count full to full on Lawson Pill, the catcher. Jan Avila, shortstop for the Badgers, on deck. Benavidez hoping to get another at-bat. Is in the hole. Davian walks the number 8 hitter to bring up the shortstop, Jan Avila. Avila 0 for 1. He's been on base 1 time, hit by a pitch.
Next up, number 8, Jan Avila.
Davian needs to settle down. He needs a ground ball right here. Broncos need a double play ball. All of a sudden, Davian, who had been throwing strike after strike, has missed 4 times in a row. Everything's up right now. Let's see if he can fix that. Another one high under the Jan Avila's chin, the shortstop. I believe I've said number 8, Jan Avila. He's from Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Big kid, 6'3", 205. Broncos, second baseman playing Avila to pull. Runner at first is Lawson Peel. He walked. Davian just throws ball 4, walks 2 Badgers in a row
Next
to start
top of the lineup, number 3, Christopher
the 6th. Coach Chris Cook is walking out to the mound. It looks like we may have another pitching change. We'll see. Davian had done a really, really good job up to those 2 walks. Product of Artesia High School. Former Bulldog comes out of the game. He's responsible for 2 runners on base. He gets a good handshake from each of his teammates on the way to the bench. Coming into the game, it's going to be a righty for the Broncos. We'll get a number for you. And we'll be back in 1 minute as he takes his warm-up pitches. And we're back. Lee Johnson here after the pitching change. The new pitcher for the Broncos, number 4, right-hander, Jason Maldonado. He has an 0-1 record with 1 save. He has 16 innings under his belt with an .844 earned run average. He inherits 2 runners at first and second. He throws a sharp breaking ball to the leadoff hitter, Christopher Benavides, who bunts it foul. Badgers trying to advance the runners via the sacrifice. He does not show bunt this time, takes a fastball up for ball 1. 1-1 to count to Benavides. Benavides 2 for 3 in the game. He's homered and singled and walked. He's been on base 3 out of the 4 times he's been up. Bronco outfielders playing deep. Middle infielders playing at double play depth. And the pitch. Good breaking ball by Maldonado. Very good breaking ball. Exceptional. Striking out.
Next at the plate, number 32,
Benavides, who
Ward.
swung and missed. Brings up the right fielder, number 32, with 1 out, Sidney Ward. Sidney's played an excellent right field both games so far for the Badgers. The pitch. Good curveball by Maldonado. That's got some tilt to it. Almost 12-6, not quite. But it has some good bite. Good late life on that curveball. And the pitch. Fastball. Ward swings through that outside fastball and misses. Benavides quickly ahead, 0-2 in the count. He's looking for a ground ball or a strikeout right now. He comes set. And the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Good block by Benicio Diaz for the Broncos. Boy, he played that one well. So when a right-hander throws a curveball and it hits into the dirt, it bounces back. It doesn't keep going the way it's going. So it's bouncing back into the catcher, which helps the catcher out. So he doesn't have to overplay the ball trying to get in front of it so much, is what but Diaz just did. To the plate, Maldonado, good fastball. Fouled off by Ward. He just got a piece. It got under his hands. Really good pitch by Maldonado. He's thrown lots of strikes, just like Davian Molina did when he came in. Ward is 1 for 3. He's singled. Maldonado looks at second. To the plate. Good curveball away. Off the plate, evens the count at 2-2. The Broncos need to keep that runner at second from scoring to keep the game just to 3 runs. Maldonado to the plate. Good curveball, swing and a miss from Ward for out number 2. Maldonado comes in and throws 2 hammers to the first 2 pitchers. Strikes both of them out.
Number 15, David De Hoyos.
The runners on base are the responsibility of Davian Molina. He walked 2 to start the inning. Maldonado toes the rubber. Now the third baseman steps to the plate, takes ball 1. David De Hoyos. He's number 15. Maldonado to the plate. Good curveball. Stays in just a bit. Boy, he wanted that call. Did Maldonado. He comes set. He's working quick. And the pitch. Fastball away. He's run the count to 3-0. So De Hoyos on the day is 0 for 1. He's walked and had a sacrifice fly. Actually, he's walked twice. He's been on base twice. Maldonado counters with the strike to bring the count 3-1. He delivers the next pitch down in the dirt to De Hoyos. Loads the bases. The walks. All 3 runners are aboard via the walk. 2 outs, though. Brings up the designated hitter, big kid, Grant Watkins. Good fastball. just missed by Maldonado. Watkins, left-handed hitter. Quickly, Maldonado is down in the count, 2-0. Maldonado with the windup. Here's the pitch. Fastball hits him. That's going to walk a run in. That fastball hit Watkins on the, I want to say, the left foot. Watkins and Maldonado exchanging words. I promise Maldonado was not trying to hit him. Watkins took exception, though. So bases still loaded. Maldonado in the windup. Good curveball for strike one. Brings up the second baseman at the plate, Peyton Bush. Still 2 outs in the inning. Maldonado out of the windup. And the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Glove by Diaz. He picked that one like an infielder. Backhand off the carpet. 1-1. Maldonado, knee lift and the pitch. Good curveball. One hopper back to Maldonado. He runs towards first, flips it to O for the third out of the inning. He does walk one run. It's getting a little chippy. There's been some words exchanged by both teams, taking exception. So, in the inning, Badgers get 1 run on no hits, no errors. 3 Badgers left on base. They increase their lead by 1. Broncos coming to bat in the 7th. Badgers lead 8-4. We'll be right back. And Lee Johnson back here at NMMI Field. Up to bat is MJ Kim, the number 9 hitter for the Broncos. So the Broncos have all of a sudden sprung to life. MJ Kim trying to get on. Gets drilled by Gilchrist, who has pitched 4 really quality relief innings. So the Broncos have the leadoff runner on. So the Broncos came to life. Maldonado was pitching, the one hopper to him. He runs over, and after hitting Watkins, the DH, putting him on base, Watkins said something to him to get, I'm going to call it some chippiness going. And so there was an exchange of words when the players were running off the field. Up to bat now, Bernie Sakaris, leadoff hitter. He drills a single past the second baseman.
Oh, get on the bag!
Kim has to stop at second. You cannot make any more base running mistakes in this game. The Broncos have made 2 costly base running mistakes already. So Kim played it safe, stayed at second. Sakaris with a sharp single. Just left of the second baseman. He made a diving attempt, did Bush, but missed the baseball.
Number 10, Jun Ho Son.
Brings up the right fielder with no outs, Jun Ho Sun. He hits from the left side. He's 1 for 3 with the single and a fly out. Gilchrist still the pitcher. And the pitch. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Bush flips to shortstop. And it's a 4-6-3 double play. Sale, he's safe at first. They just get the force out at second. Sun really got down the line to help evade the double play.
Number 20, Adonis Bernal.
Runners at first and third. Now brings up the 3-hole hitter, center fielder Adonis Bernal. Adonis is 0 for 2. He's due. Adonis sends one down the right field line. It's going to flare out of play outside the Badger bullpen, way down the right field line in foul territory. Gilchrist comes set, and the pitch. Ground ball single by Bernal in the 5-6 hole. Scores a run. Broncos answer with a run of their own.
That's the way we do it, baby!
Brings the score, makes the score 8-6. Brings up the first baseman, Sei Ojun Ho. He is 1 for 3 on the day with the single. Runners on first and second, 1 out for the Broncos. The pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman, hit sharply, feed to the shortstop, to the first baseman for the 4-6-3 double play. Bush is yelling at the Bronco dugout. Like, yeah, we showed you. That was a killer for the Broncos. They get 1 run, however, on 2 hits. No Badger errors. 1 man left on base. At the end of 7, Badgers 8, Broncos 3. We'll be back in 1 minute. So we're back. Lee Johnson, Joby Hodling with the electronics. He's still trying to get his voice back. Maldonado, still the pitcher for the Broncos, leading off for the Badgers. is Gerardo Prado, the center fielder. He's 2 for 4. He's been on 3 times on an error, doubled, and then singled. Maldonado gets ahead quickly, 0-1. Fastball just off the plate. Evens the count at 1-1 to Prado, the center fielder wearing number 11 for the Badgers. Good curveball. I'll say one thing, it falls off the table when Maldonado throws it.
Again, Jason, again!
Here's the windup and the delivery. Good fastball. Did he check? He did not check his swing. Gets a call from the first base umpire. Check swing, strike 3 for Maldonado. Good high outside fastball that Prado could not hold up on for the first out of the inning. Both teams are fired up right now.
Number 7, Jackson Smith.
Brings up the first baseman, Jackson Smith. Smith, 1 for 3. Has a walk and a single, been on twice. He hits from the left side. Maldonado with the second pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Ball 2. The Badgers are kind of on Maldonado. They're mouthing a little out of the dugout at him. Here's the pitch from Maldonado. Fastball right down the middle. Fouls it off his foot. Does Jackson Smith. He has to walk that one off. Brings the count to 2-1. Maldonado out of the windup. And the pitch. Fastball. Line drive, dead center field. Bernal goes to his right, makes the catch. That ball was squared up, but Adonis Bernal, the center fielder for the Broncos, makes a nice catch.
Yeah, I think it went okay.
There's 2 outs in the inning, brings up
Peel.
the catcher, Lawson Peel, number 23. Peel, 1 for 3 on the day. He has a double and a walk, been on base twice. I missed the first pitch again. It was a ball for Maldonado.
Okay.
Peel hitting from the right side. Good curveball by Maldonado. Peel swings and misses.
Time is our enemy right now. Right.
The pitch. Good curveball, well, not a good curveball, a sharp curveball. Breaks in the dirt, hits off of Diaz's right shoulder and goes to the backstop for ball 1. Count stands at 1-2. Here's the pitch by Maldonado. Fastball, 1 hopper to the shortstop. Quan, he delivers to for the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Maldonado. He's got a little momentum for the Broncos. Badgers get no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Broncos coming up to hit in the bottom of the 8th. Down by 3, 8-5. We'll be right back. And we're back at NMMI Ballpark, Roswell, New Mexico. Broncos down by 3, 8-5. They're running out of outs. They have 6 more outs to be able to come back in this game. Hitting now, the third baseman, Daniel Lizarraga. Daniel's 0 for 2 with the strikeout and a flyout. He has been on base once with a walk. Gilchrist is still on the mound in his, I want to say, maybe 6th inning of work. Lizarraga sends a line drive past the left fielder to the fence as for a stand-up double. Boy, that brought the dugout for the Broncos to life. He promptly drilled that fastball past the left fielder, in between the left fielder and the left field foul line. It's going to bring up.
At the plate, number 7, Hee Rayun Han.
The second baseman, number 7. He's 0 for 2. He is due. He's struck out twice, been on base once with a walk. Lizarraga at second. Got to be smart base runners right here for sure. Gilchrist with the fastball, fouled. Out in the left field stands down the line. Gilchrist looks in and gets the sign. Hahn batting from the left side.
Trust it.
And the pitch. Fastball, fly ball to Ward out in right field. He's been busy. He makes the catch for the first out. Lizarraga tags, goes from second to third on the sac fly by Hahn. Brings up the shortstop, number 19, Jun Yuk Kwan.
Next at the plate, number 19, Jun Hook Kwan.
Kwan is 0 for 2. He's been on base been hit by a pitch. Needs to get this runner in. 1 out. High fastball for ball 1 from Gilchrist. Gilchrist still out of the stretch the whole time. Have not seen him in the windup. And the pitch. That was at the top of the strike zone. Looked like he took something off his fastball to even the count at 1-1. He comes set. He's working quick. And the pitch. Another fastball. That was right down the middle for strike 2. I'm not sure if Kwan was looking for something else, but he did not offer. Pitch by Gilchrist, fastball. Kwan sends a long fly ball down towards the Badger bullpen in foul territory, foul ball. The count remains at 1-2. Gilchrist ahead in the count. Gilchrist shaking his arm out just a little bit. Comes set. And the pitch. Fastball right down the middle, fouled off to the right side. The base runner at third is Daniel Lizarraga. He doubled down the left field line to start off the inning. And the pitch to Kwan. Long fly ball to right field. This one has a chance. It leaves the park. 2-run home run. Jun Hook Kwan brings the Broncos within 1 run. 8-7. He hit that ball where it was pitched. It was an outside fastball. Gilchrist still throwing hard. Quan gets greeted with many cheers from his teammates in the dugout.
Number 29, Benicio Diaz.
Broncos are fired up now. The bat's kind of coming to life. They've had 2 extra base hits in the inning. Brings up Benicio Diaz, the catcher. Benicio 2 for 3, 2 singles. Benicio sends a 2-hopper to the shortstop in the hole. He fires to first base for the 6-3 putout for the second out. Jan Avila, the shortstop. Big kid makes it look easy. Routine play for a shortstop.
Number 9, MJ Kim.
MJ Kim, the designated hitter up. He's a number 9 hole hitter. He's 0 for 2. Kim is due. He's been on base 1 time, been hit by a pitch. Gilchrist. First pitch was a ball to Kim. Another fastball away. Kim ahead in the count, 2-0. Look down at the bullpen. We've got, it looks like right now a right-hander warming up. Could be multiple guys. There's lots of activity, however. And the pitch by Gilchrist.
Oh, get out, bro.
Fly ball, deep left field. It's a stand-up double by MJ Kim. He drilled that baseball. It hit just inside the left field foul line. I cannot see the baseball when it heads that direction. It's tough going into the cloud sun, but needless to say, the tying run, Kim at second.
Next up the plate, number 1, Bernie Socrates.
Broncos with 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles, and a 2-run homer this inning. Bats have coming alive. Jeff Gunn's getting his wish.
Take it for a ride, Bernie. Here we go.
Bernie Sakaris up to the plate, trying to tie the game with a 2-out hit. Sakaris delivers a single up the middle.
Let's go!
Kim gonna easily score.
Get there, Bernie!
Sakaris takes second. So the ball got to the center fielder on the sharp single up the middle. The center fielder bobbles. Sakaris made a huge turn at first, sees the bobble, safely goes into second base without a play. Go ahead run. Now at second base in Bernie Sakaris. I'm going to say Bernie Sakaris Puig.
Number 10, Jun Ho Son.
Brings up the right fielder, Jun Ho Son. It's getting fun right now. The Bronco dugout is alive. The Badger dugout, not so alive. Son hitting from the left side. Gilchrist still pitching. There's a go-ahead run. There's the go-ahead run. Son delivers a double down the left field line. Bernie Sakaris scores easily. Son with the head first slide into second base for the go-ahead, potentially the game-winning run.
Leave him in.
That's going to be it for Gilchrist. He was sailing along after about 5 innings after the 78 pitches. He's given up 4 extra base hits this inning. 3 doubles, 1 2-run home run. Broncos have scored 4 runs this inning and lead 9-8. We've got a pitching change for the Badgers. Going to be a big right-hander, and we'll get his number in 1 minute. We'll be right back. And we're back. Pitching change for the Badgers. Number 34, Isaac Garza. He's out of Plainview, Texas. Coming up to the plate,
Number 20, Adonis Bernal.
Adonis Bernal, the center fielder. Junho Sun with the double is another insurance run at second base. Garza out of the stretch to the plate. Slider for a strike right down the middle. Isaac Garza has 5.89 innings. Fastball pulled foul down the just outside the third base down the line for strike two. Garza quickly ahead 0-2 on Adonis Bernal, center fielder for the Broncos. Adonis is 1 for 3 in the game with a single. He's looking to add one insurance run. Garza just off the plate with the fastball. Counts at 1-2 for the Broncos. Curveball stays high and in. Evens the count at 2-2.
Stand tall, 2-0, stand tall.
Go back.
Garza with the pitch. Fastball fouled away to the right side. Out of play. Bernal stays alive at 2-2. It's twos on the board. 2 outs, two balls, 2 strikes. Garza. Junho Sun. Curveball in the dirt. Sun takes third. Ball gets away from the catcher. Lawson Pill. He tried to keep it in front, but the ball bounced towards the Bronco dugout, far enough away for Sun to advance to third. Garza, pitch away. Sun on the pitch. I don't know what he did trying to steal home, but the ball did not get very far away from the catcher. He tried to make it home on the. It's not a pass ball because the catcher had the ball in his hand after he picked it up. He tags out Sun very hard. Sun laying face down on the carpet in front of home plate. So in the inning, the Broncos take the lead. They lead 9-8. Training staff and coach still looking at Son. He's a right fielder. It looks like he may have maybe a hurt shoulder, maybe a hurt left arm. They're still attending to him. We'll be right back. Know what happened. And we're back here at NMMI Ballpark. The Broncos in the, can you show me that last inning? Okay. The Broncos in their half of the 8th scored 4 runs on 5 hits, 4 of them extra base hits, 1 Badger error, and 1 man left on base. The Broncos take a 9-8 lead in the game. Badgers down to 3 outs. Broncos looking to win the series, take 3 out of 4. We've got a new right fielder, Elijah Moya. Son walked off the field. The pitcher from Maldonado, second pitch, strike 2, fastball. He's ahead in the count, 0-2. Jan Avila, the shortstop, number 9 hitter, 0 for 1 for the Badgers. Good curveball, strike 3, swinging from Maldonado. Strikes out the leadoff hitter. 1 out in the inning. Broncos 2 outs away from taking 3 of 4 from the Badgers.
Next up, number 3, Christopher Benavides.
Brings up the leadoff hitter, Christopher Benavides. He's playing left field for the Badgers. He's 2 for 4. He has homered and singled, been on base 3 times. He's also walked. Moya, the replacement for Son in right field. Maldonado delivers a fastball, inside corner, fouled off by Benavides. He wears number 3 for the Badgers. Wind up in the pitch from Maldonado. Sharp ground ball to the shortstop, Quan, over to first. Second out of the inning, 6-3 put out. Broncos need 1 out to take 3 of 4, win the series.
At the plate, number 32, Sidney Ward.
Brings up the right fielder, number 34, Sidney Ward. He's played a really good right field today. Sidney's 1 for 4. He's singled. Curveball high by Maldonado. He's out of the windup. Outfielder's really deep for the Broncos. And the pitch, fastball away. Ward, Sidney Ward, the right fielder for Amarillo College. Ahead in the count, 2-0. He's the tying run at the plate. And the curveball. He bounced it up there, but Ward could not hold up for the first strike. 2-1 on Ward. Maldonado has been impressive, has an impressive curveball. Fastball, beats it into the dirt. Off to the left towards the Bronco dugout.
Here we go.
It's now 2-2 on Ward. Broncos 1 strike away from splitting today, but taking 3 of 4 from the Badgers. That's what they're trying to do. Wind up in the pitch. Here it is. Curveball in the dirt. Runs the count to full on Ward. He's the right fielder for Amarillo College Badgers. Here's the pitch from Maldonado, delivers a called curveball, 3rd strike for the strikeout and the win. Valiant comeback by the Broncos.
That's the ball game, folks.
So in the inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base for the Badgers. Broncos take game 4 of the 4-game set, 9-8. They take 3 games out of 4 from the Badgers. Right now they remain in 3rd place. It depends on how the other teams do. For the games, here are the totals for Amarillo College. They score 8 runs on 10 hits. They commit 2 errors. They leave 12 big base runners on base for the Broncos. They score 9 runs on 11 hits with 1 error. Broncos leave 6 men on base, but they make despite 3 base running mistakes, they find a way to win the baseball game with 4 extra base hits in the 8th to go ahead and maintain the lead. It couldn't get much more exciting than that. So, as I said, the Broncos, it looks like they're going to be, now they're 18-14 in conference. And as far as I know, they're still in 3rd place. I don't know if that'll change. It depends on what the other teams do that are behind them. And that was a good weekend for the Broncos. So, from New Mexico Military Institute Ballpark in Roswell, I'm Lee Johnson. Thanks for watching on KSVP, watching and listening on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com. And hope everybody has a good weekend. I'm over and out.